Hello. Hi. I don't know. It's like when the camera comes on, then the energy just, pops and just comes up and all. So had to muster a lot of energy for this too. Hi. How are you? Thanks for being here. Thanks for checking on yesterday. I'm not with my white microphone today, and hopefully you can hear me clearly. So yes, today it's the 1st of October, and in Nigeria that's the Independence Day. So everyone's out celebrating and all. And I've been in actually just catching up on work, trying not to, all the things that I didn't get to finish or do. I'm trying to just pack everything in today. So, but yeah. Anyway, how's everybody doing? What have you guys been up to? What's everyone reading this month? Usually people just come up with their TBRs for the month, and I just, had something that I wanted to talk about. So a couple of months ago, I put this, if you can see it, the that's The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. Is it Tolle or Tolle? So I got this book a few months ago, and I started to read it, but because of the way the book is, I promise you, it messes with your mind a little bit. So if you're reading it, if you're not reading with an open mind and you're just like looking to get something out of it as quickly as possible, you probably wouldn't enjoy this book. So the first few chapters of the book, I mean, I struggled with reading. I even dropped it. It was until recently that I picked it back up. So first few chapters of the book, I don't know. It just talks about being present. That's what I would say the general thing about the book is about just being still and just being present and enjoying now. That nothing matters apart. Nothing really matters apart from where you are now, like what's happening right now. That sometimes when we think about the past, it doesn't allow us to enjoy now, and if we think about the future, sometimes that gives us anxiety, which is kind of true if you think about it, if you pause and actually think about it too. So it was until recently that I picked it back up and it started to make a whole lot of sense, and I've been trying to practice. Like, it's not easy, honestly, to actually um, just be still and not let your mind just think too far or think about the future a lot, because you have to just do now. I mean, whatever you have to do, just do it now. So, but it's also been teaching me about being able to do things as they come to you, because sometimes fear holds us back from actually achieving what we're meant to achieve. So, for someone like me who tends to procrastinate things a lot, this has been a bit insightful, in just teaching one how to actually just enjoy life and just do things as they come. Because sometimes when you overthink things, like, you also have to listen to that inner voice, without sounding like somebody that's, crazy. But there's just that thing, that intuition, that voice that sometimes that pushes you to do certain good things, not pushes you to the bad stuff. And as a rational human being, sometimes you have to be able to figure out which makes sense and which doesn't make sense. But anyway, that's not even the main thing. So just reading this book just made me feel like I needed to record this as soon as possible. A couple of months ago, I know I mentioned in one of my videos that I wanted to do a project. And so, I mean, I've been postponing it because I've been trying to figure out, okay, who is this project going to be for? What are the things that that person, or that school would need, and just trying to figure out things by myself. But I just felt like, okay, I needed to record this and just put it out there. And if anyone's interested in just helping me with the projects, it will be very, very helpful. So it's in general, I want to do a book drive. So I'm very, very much interested in learning, in having books. Libraries really, like, they get to me. Like, just having a fully stocked library that covers everything just really gets to me. And I have, like, the earliest memory of actually being to a library was when I was in primary school, and my headmistress converted one of the classrooms to a library, and so we had, and I remember we also donated something from our house as well. So we had parents donating things, books, furniture. I think we donated some furniture as well, and that was the beginning of yesterday's bookwormness, where during our breaks, like when I was in my final class in primary school, that was where I would hang out, where most of my friends, if they're going to probably just play on the playground and all, you'd probably find, or when we're being mischievous, trying to miss classes, don't miss class, kids, but when we're trying to just be mischievous, that was where I would find myself. That was just like my what's it called? I don't want to say comfort zone, or that was just my zone. I would just like to spend time in the library, and I will come across books. It just allowed me to think of things in a different way and expose my mind to places that I'd never been to, and just allowed me to use my imagination pretty well. And I vividly remember one of the books that, although I never really pursued makeup really, or hair dressing or hairstyling or anything like that, but I remembered one of the books that was like a DIY, where you could do makeup for even clowns, and you could do different hairstyles. There's a particular hairstyle that, I don't really know how to braid hair, but that hairstyle stuck with me. And, I don't want to say unfortunately, the hairstyle was just for people with straight hair, not the afro hair, but that's just by the side. But it just made me think of, having access to those kind of books, and that's what still stuck with me till this day. Like, that's some of the things that still stuck with me today. So I just thought it would be a good idea to have people around the country, even here or outside the country, and just do a book drive where first of all, we're just going to start with the primary school kids that probably have a need, or maybe in a center where they can always primary school students from different primary schools can come together in a center and just use the library, use the books, and probably be able to do their schoolwork, or if teachers want to come. I don't want to say I've not fully thought this thing out, but it's just been there and I need to really put it out. So, but after this video, I'm just going to type up a blog post and put out all the things that I think, I need in terms of executing. I'm trying to get it, done probably by December or January of 2019 by God's grace. We're all still here. Yeah, so it's going to be a lot of just putting it out there. I'm just doing the first step, which is actually just being in the now and doing it now. So I don't want to think too much of what's going to happen after, but I just want to, what is the accent? Anyway, I just wanted to upload this, yeah, and just, I actually felt nervous recording this, but I feel much better now. So it's just going to be out there. Hopefully the audio on this thing is good. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be. It's just going to be if people have books they want to donate. So I'm going to put out different methods, like you can also contribute to this project. So just have to think about where the center will be, what school we're going to start with, the people we'll need, what other kinds of support we'll need apart from the books as well. Yeah, don't want to make it too long. So, but yeah, that's it. Please let me know if you already did a book drive before, how that went, and if there are any tips for me, and yeah, what I can do better, and how you can always help too. So yeah, let me know in the comment section. So alright, enjoy. So I'm just gonna get back to work and see ya. Toodaloos.